Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am here today with my monthly update for low buy. So if this is the first video of mine you are seeing in this series, I have been on a partial no buy, but mainly a low buy for home fragrance items since the very end of May. I've been making these updates. They were weekly. I've transitioned them to monthly just to kind of talk about what's going on every month. What did I buy? What is tempting me? What are my thought processes this month? And just kind of share what's been going on. I know there are many of you that are on a similar journey, so I love interacting with everybody in the comments and just cheering each other on and seeing how we are all doing. So I'm filming this a few days early in October because I had the time today to sit down and do it. So October is not done yet. Today is the 23rd, but I'm really not anticipating anything happening in the latter half of this month. So I felt comfortable sitting down and sharing with you guys kind of how I feel like the month has gone. So for October, I only purchased from Lavender and Speckles pre-order on October 5th. That was a planned purchase. I knew I was going to be doing that. I am so blessed that Beth let me work with her on the French bourbon sampler, and that was offered on October 5th. So I definitely was going in to get my sampler. I got Summer Sophisticated sampler, and then I picked up some scents, but in the clamshell form. Really, really happy that Beth decided to offer a clamshell option because it is a much smaller amount of wax than her bags or souffles. So for one, I feel like I could try more scents, and two, it's just not as overwhelming. Just smaller options in general are great to be able to try the scents and not feel like you are buying everything on the list. So I bought quite a few clamshells. I won't lie, that is a decent size order, but I feel really happy with kind of what that order looks like because I got to try a bunch of things and I'm not adding a ton of size amount of wax to my stash. So that was really the only kind of decently sized purchase. I did purchase this very, very small Scentsy order in October because I wanted the holiday counter cleans. So I got the holiday counter cleans and I got 3 bars. 2 of the Sanderson Sister bars and 1 of the Christmas Vacation bar to try. I fell in love with that Sanderson Sister bar in one of my last couple empties videos. It smelled so freaking good. So I thought I wanted to go get the counter cleans anyway. So I just threw those couple of bars in. So 3 Scentsy bars, but that is it for Scentsy. So a really lean month. The only other thing that is happening on Friday is the Knowles Farm winter pre-order. So I did a pre-order video where I went over the list and I was really convinced that I was going to purchase from this pre-order. There were a couple scents on the list that I really, really love. Plus he was offering body creams and I really wanted his body creams, and like the Good Stuff is one of my favorite scents and I'm out of it. But I'm going to go over in a minute how I've reorganized my wax collection. And just for one, looking at my wax collection, I just knew I needed to skip. 2, most of the items that I wanted were body creams, and I saw him say the size of the body creams on Facebook and they seem really small. So that kind of deterred me a little bit. I want to see what they look like. I haven't seen pictures of them. I've just seen a size like indicator. So I want to see once people start getting those, what the size of those body creams are for me to kind of figure out for the next time he offers them, if there's something that I want to add to my collection. Because I have a gigantic body care collection sitting here too. So I decided I probably should skip that. I have so much body care. I mean, I do my Bath & Body Works project, Use It Up. I have my own separate project, Use It Up, that's not Bath & Body Works related. Like, I need to get through the body care that I have. And so then I was like, okay, no body cream. And so then I was thinking, okay, there's really only like 2 brittles that I really want. Is that worth paying the shipping and everything? It seems like not to me. So could I potentially go in on Friday? Maybe, but I'm just going to keep myself busy and just try to stay strong. It's hard because I love his wax so much, and him as a person and a vendor, I want to buy from so badly. His wax is amazing. I just have to find ways to cut out openings and not purchase from every opening if I want to get this collection size down in any substantial type way. So my hope is that Lavender and Speckles, and then that incredibly tiny little Scentsy order that I did, will be enough for the month. For November, I really haven't heard of anything in particular happening. There probably will be a Teddy Bees RTS, or maybe in early December. I'm not sure when Teddy Bees will be shipping. Might be end of November, early December before there's an RTS. So potentially that. I obviously, if that does happen in November, I will 100% be purchasing from that and participating. Lavender and Speckles might have a small opening, she said. I've seen on Facebook she's asking for feedback and ideas. So we'll see kind of what happens there. So that's a potential. I really don't need to buy from Lavender and Speckles, but she's one of my top favorite vendors, and so it's hard to resist her openings. But those are kind of the main people I'm looking at right now. It's Teddy B, Second and Spruce, Knowles Farm Scents, and Lavender and Speckles. Super Tarts if she does like a Wax Wednesday, but every indication I have had from her is that she is not doing a Wax Wednesday this year, which is disappointing. I love Wax Wednesday. It is probably my favorite opening of the year other than like the Teddy Bees pre-orders, but I understand that her life has changed and, you know, she can't do the large lists like she used to. But if that does happen, I will consider doing Wax Wednesday. I don't think anything's happening for Second and Spruce. This is kind of a good time of year for if you're wanting to start a wax low buy or even no buy. This latter half of the year, last couple of months, first of the new year is when a lot of vendors take breaks for the holidays. They're kind of wrapping up their fall, maybe winter pre-orders. Everybody will take a break for the holidays. And so it's a great opportunity if you're looking for a couple of months to really slow your roll on buying wax. I feel like now is a great time to start. So there's nothing in November that I know is a definite at the moment. So we'll just have to see what happens. But those are kind of my main things in my head, is obviously like a Teddy Bees RTS, maybe if Super Tarts does Wax Wednesday, but I've heard that she posted on Facebook she's not, so I'm not getting my hopes up there. But really, I have felt really good. I can't tell you the last time I only purchased from one vendor in a month, so I feel like I'm making some huge progress there. Last time I did an update, so last month I talked about how I was kind of figuring out that spreadsheets weren't really working for me at the moment. They were giving me a lot of anxiety, and I love spreadsheets for a variety of reasons. I love that you know exactly how much wax that you have and how much of each scent you have, the quantity, but I'm not going to go into it all again, but like logging a scent every time and making sure before I filmed or before I put it in my recycling bin that I took it out, or logging things as you know, they would come to the house, was giving me some anxiety. I had changed my strategy a little bit to wanting to have all my wax fit into these couple of dresser drawer units. So last week I went on this big project. I like deep cleaned this room really, really well, like cleaned the carpets, all of that, but I reorganized all of my wax. So it was getting to the point where I would like take something out and not know where to put it. So I would put it back in a different drawer because that drawer had space in it. So the vendors were starting to get separated and I had a hard time finding things. I was trying to find a particular Teddy Bee scent to send to a friend to try some of it, and I couldn't find it. And that kind of was like the last straw. It's like you have to start from scratch and reorganize. So that's what I did. So I'm going to show you very, very quickly what things kind of look like now here in a minute. I've already filmed that portion of it, so I'll flip the camera around and show you. But I took out every piece of wax, I reorganized it by vendor, and then fit what I could in these 2 units, and everything else is in boxes in my 3rd bedroom. So I've mentioned before, my 3rd bedroom is really like my catch-all type room. It's the room where I can put things in and close the door and kind of deal with it later. It's out of sight, out of mind, you know? And so all of the boxes of wax that don't fit into these 2 storage units are in that 3rd bedroom. So my goal, I'm sharing this not only because I reorganized my wax and it might be a little bit fun to kind of see, but I'm sharing this because I kind of want this to be it's not my starting place because I started back in May, but like my new starting place for what the beginning of my wax collection looks like and how I want to kind of measure success. So I'm going to measure success by being able to take boxes out of that room and put the wax in these units and break those boxes down and put them in the recycling. That would be a great visual way for me to tell that I'm making progress if I am able to take those items, move them into this storage, which this is my wax room. This is where I want all of my wax to be, and then get rid of those boxes. And then I could do with that room what I really want. I want to make that room a gym. That's what I wanted to do since the whole time I've lived here, and I just haven't had the ability really to do it because I need places to store my crap, essentially is what it is. And maybe it's good to have a room like that, but that room is crazy. It's crazy and it's not organized, and it's a good door to close, or a good room to close the door on, you know? But if I could get all of the boxes off of the floor and put in here, I will feel so accomplished. There's a lot of wax in there. A lot of wax in there. So I'm going to share with you guys what that looks like, and we'll talk about kind of what my goals are. So this unit is one of the main units, and then this dresser unit. Most of everything in here is Teddy Bees. I have one drawer that has candles. I think it's this bottom drawer. And then one of these drawers has Scentsy, but the other 3 drawers are all Teddy Bees. This unit has a variety of stuff, and as you can see, like, this doesn't fit quite right. I'm putting a lot of strain on these drawers in general, so this has a variety of vendors. So like this is Scentsy, obviously. These 2 here are Lavender and Speckles scents. This bottom one is Sarsaparilla Aroma and Rose Girls. This one's mixed vendors. I've got the Candle Nurse Swanky, Candles by Victoria, Traverse, and Sweet Tooth. So just a variety of vendors in all of these drawers. This would be my ideal collection. Honestly, it'd be nice if it was even smaller than this. But if I could get them in these 2 units, that is kind of the main goal. Got some filming stuff. Then I have melting baskets. So that's what's interesting about this too, is I have October, November, and December melting baskets. So that wax is not accounted for in the storage either. But I would be okay having melting baskets ready to go. And that wax not be in the storage if I really only had this much wax. But of course I don't. So let's go into the other room where I have things in boxes. And that's what I really want to work on this year. So this bedroom, as you can see, it's a mess. This is my 3rd bedroom, and at the moment it is my catch-all close the door type of bedroom. But these 2 drawers have all Scentsy bars. You'll just have to take my word for it there. Then we get to this corner that has the boxes of wax. So this is what I really need to work on. So this one's like miscellaneous, a lot of L3 and various things that wouldn't, no, this is L3, I'm sorry. This one is miscellaneous. Various things that would not fit in the dresser drawer units over there. So you can see I have some Britas, some Pharmacist's Daughter. This box is the remaining of Scentsy that I don't have in the drawers. This box is Teddy B's. This bag, and that box are all Second and Spruce. We've got Super Tarts right there. And then these 6 bins are all full of Teddy B's. That's kind of my starting point. Ultimately, I would love if I could have all the wax out of that bedroom by the end of 2025. So a year and 2 months. Realistically, I don't know if that's possible, especially just from all the Scentsy that's in the drawers. Even if it's not the 2 drawers of Scentsy, even if it's just the boxes on the floor, that could be really, really huge. But I have Teddy B's coming still. I have a Lavender and Speckles pre-order, and I have a Second and Spruce pre-order outstanding. So I'm only going to add to it. You know, it really is crazy how well I feel like I've done in a lot of ways with this low buy journey. But the collection is not shrinking like I would want. And I know realistically that's because I probably need to do some skipping of Lavender and Speckle, Second and Spruce, you know, those top vendors of mine. But that is tough. I do think I'm making progress with the amount of wax I'm bringing in from those vendors, you know, going from Teddy B's doing 3 loaves to doing just maybe a souffle or 2. Second and Spruce and Lavender and Speckles both introduced that clamshell option this go around. So I do feel like I'm making progress in those areas, but realistically I need to like cut those a little bit more. But progress, not perfection. That's been my motto this whole time. And if I am actively working on it, if I'm skipping openings and making an effort in those ways, then I feel like I am working towards my goal, and I know I will get there. It's going to be a long haul, but I feel really motivated still, and I'm really excited to see what's to come, and we will see what I'm able to tackle out of that bedroom. But that's really everything I have to share with you guys today. That's kind of what's been going on. Not much wax purchasing this month. Been working on a lot of my stash and then doing kind of a reorganization. I have been thinking a lot about plastic consumption and consumerism. This is something I think about all the time, the amount of plastic in the world that we use, me in particular. So maybe I'll cover that next time, kind of talk about my thoughts and what's been going through my mind. Maybe I'll talk about that in the November update, because that's something that's always on my mind. And I think about that when I think about how much wax I'm using, just the amount of plastic that I am producing for the planet. And sometimes that can really get to me. So we can talk about that in November, but just I have lots of thoughts. If there's anything in particular you want me to discuss during these videos, let me know, and I'll see if it's something that I feel like fits into kind of the concept of this video. I would love to do that. But that's everything I have to share with you guys today. I really hope that you enjoyed. I hope that you're doing great on your low buy journeys as well. Make sure you leave comments down below, and we all can kind of check in on each other and see what everybody is doing. I really hope that you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you very soon in my next one. Bye.